Chevy engines are legendary for their reliability. Some are built so well, they might just outlast you. But which ones stand above the rest when it comes to longevity and rock-solid performance? What secret formula did Chevy use to make these engines nearly indestructible? And what sets them apart from the rest? Stick around till the end to find out. Kicking things off, we have the 1955 Gen 1 350 cubic inch small block V8. Introduced in 1955, the first generation Chevrolet small block V8 became the base for many different engine types that have powered Chevy vehicles for over 80 years. The first Chevrolet small block 350 V8 debuted in the 1967 Camaro. Over the following years, Chevrolet installed the first generation small block 350 in a wide range of automobiles in its lineup, including sports cars, pickup trucks, family sedans, and SUVs. This engine was used until 1992 when Chevrolet introduced the slightly revised Gen 2 LT1 350. This engine produced around 295 horsepower and 380 Newton-meters of torque, making it not just a reliable engine but also a powerful one. The 350 used had a small block design and 4-inch cylinder bores with a longer 3.48-inch crankshaft stroke. This engine was used until 1992 when Chevrolet introduced the slightly revised Gen 2 LT1 350. But how did this small block Chevy become one of the most reliable Chevy engines ever made? The small block V8 was built to last, with a strong design that could withstand high performance demands and heavy use over many years. One of the main reasons for this engine to be very reliable was that it could be easily modified and tuned for different purposes. Compared to larger V8 engines, the 350 engine offered a relatively good fuel economy while still delivering strong performance. This engine also found success in racing, especially in drag racing, endurance events, and even off-road racing. It was used in everything from NASCAR to the famous Trans Am series, and you can still get this engine for over $1,000. Next up, we have a true legend in the world of engines because this is an engine that can go over 200,000 miles without breaking a sweat. And yes, it is the Gen 3 5.3-liter V8 vortec 5300. Chevy introduced this powerhouse in 1999, and it quickly became a fan favorite for its incredible reliability and strength. They kept it around until 2007, with a few years where it worked alongside the newer Gen 4 engine. But here's the thing, the Gen 3 vortec 5300 has a reputation that's hard to beat, so let's dive into why it's still one of the best. At the heart of this engine's a 3.78-inch cylinder bore and a 3.622-inch crankshaft stroke, giving it a solid 5.3-liter displacement. That means this engine packs enough punch to power through anything. It was built tough with a strong iron block and quality parts that were made to last. Fewer moving parts and a simpler design meant less could go wrong, making maintenance easier. Its efficient fuel management system optimized fuel use, keeping the engine running smoothly and reliably for hundreds of thousands of miles. Oh, and the best part? You can find this engine for around $5,000, making it truly value for money. With its solid pistons, camshaft, and crankshaft designed for long-term strength, this engine is built for the long haul.
Sounds good. 2 years later, it still sounds good.
And in later years, Chevy added active fuel management to the vortec 5300. This cool feature deactivated some cylinders when the engine wasn't working hard, which helped improve fuel economy without sacrificing performance. Moving on, we have the Duramax 6.6-liter V8 turbo diesel. When Chevrolet truck owners need to get serious about towing, whether it's a massive camper, a livestock trailer, or some heavy equipment, they turn to the Duramax 6.6-liter V8 turbo diesel. This beast of an engine cranks out a jaw-dropping 910 pound-feet of torque and 445 horsepower, making even the toughest towing job seem like a walk in the park. And with the powerhouse Allison 10-speed transmission backing it up, hauling heavy loads is smoother than ever. But how did this engine come to be so powerful and reliable? Well, the story starts back in the late 1990s. General Motors teamed up with Isuzu Motors. Isuzu, with its deep diesel engine expertise, helped GM create a turbo diesel engine that would make waves in the heavy-duty truck world. The result? The Duramax became a game changer for the US market. It was the first ever high-pressure common rail direct injection engine to hit American trucks, and it quickly became the go-to power plant for serious truck lovers. Now, let's talk about what makes the Duramax so tough. This engine's built for heavy-duty use with a cast iron block and forged steel crankshaft that can handle the massive pressures and stresses of turbo diesel power. In simple terms, it's built to last. Add in the turbocharger and this engine can produce power when you need it, while still staying efficient enough to keep everything running smoothly for the long haul. The Duramax also uses an advanced common rail direct injection system, which means the fuel's delivered with precision. This boosts combustion, leading to better performance and making the engine even more reliable. Thanks to this design, millions of Duramax engines have been put to work in Chevrolet and GMC trucks over the years, and truck owners are seeing incredible results. Many have reported their engines cruising past 300,000 miles with minimal issues. Proof that this engine isn't just about power, it's about lasting, reliable performance. Because some Duramax engines have been known to last well over 500,000 miles, and even now you can get a brand new engine for just over $8,000. This next engine's truly legendary, but first let's rewind to the 1960s when muscle cars were taking over and Chevy had a real powerhouse on its hands. The Mark IV 396 turbojet big block V8. But before this legendary engine, there was the W Series, Chevy's first attempt at a big block V8 in 1958. The Mark IV 396 turbojet, introduced in 1965, quickly became the heart of the muscle car revolution. This engine wasn't just for show, it was a reliable beast that could handle anything from the open road to the drag strip. It debuted in the Corvette and the Chevelle, but before long it was powering everything from the Camaro and Nova to full-size Chevys. Marketed as the Turbojet 396, it was available in 6 different versions, with horsepower ranging from 265 to a jaw-dropping 425 horsepower. So, what made the Turbojet 396 so special? Let's start with the basics. It was built tough. The engine was forged with a durable cast iron block and high-quality components, making it perfect for handling the heat and stress of high-speed driving. Chevy packed the 396 with performance-focused parts like high-flow cylinder heads and a solid camshaft. These helped maximize both power and engine life, ensuring it could handle the high RPMs without breaking a sweat. But there's more. Chevy also made sure the 396 turbojet was cool under pressure. A high-performance engine like this needs a solid cooling system, and the 396 had just that. This system helped manage the heat that comes with all that power, keeping the engine running smoothly and preventing overheating. It was these little details that made the 396 not just a muscle car engine, but a reliable one that could go for miles and miles. Although it is a reliable engine, it is still cheap, with a brand new one costing around $8,000. And taking the top spot, we have the legendary Gen 4 LS7 small block V8. Based on the 4th generation small block V8 architecture, the LS7 made its debut in 2006 under the hood of the C6 Corvette Z06. But this wasn't just any engine. It was hand-built at General Motors Performance Build Center in Wixom, Michigan, with extreme attention to detail and top-tier materials. Now let's talk about what makes the LS7 so special. First off, this engine's all aluminum and packs a 7.0-liter power. It features a forged steel crankshaft and main bearing caps, forged titanium connecting rods, and hyper-eutectic pistons, all the heavy-duty components that make this engine as tough as it is fast. This solid construction not only gave the LS7 incredible strength, but also made it one of the most durable engines on the market. In stock form, the LS7 could already produce a mind-blowing 505 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. But here's the thing, thanks to its build, the LS7 was capable of handling way more power. With just a few aftermarket upgrades, this engine could easily take on even more, making it a favorite for tuners and performance enthusiasts. What really sets the LS7 apart, though, is its reliability. The engine was equipped with an advanced fuel injection system that optimized fuel delivery, ensuring maximum power and efficiency. This made the engine run smoother and longer. Drivers of the Corvette Z06 and other LS7-powered cars have often commented on its incredible performance. The engine quickly earned a reputation for being one of the most reliable V8s ever built. Now, which of these engines is your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on other automotive videos like these. And don't forget to check our last video on 10 cars that are almost perfect according to Consumer Reports. You won't want to miss it. Until next time, drive safe.